And when we take a break, you can come up and see your dirt face.
Oh.
Look at the music.
Hold on.
I heard the music.
I'm watching the mic not move again. Let me see. There we go. Okay.
Can we hear you now?
It should be.
Testing.
I see the green line moving, so it should be going.
There you go.
All right.
It's good to look for that.
Yeah.
Take 2.
We live stream our sessions every Friday evening. You can keep up with our adventures on YouTube as well as catch weekly recaps on RogueWatson.com. I am Chris, your Dungeon Master, and I am joined by our awesome players. Eric playing Kazan, the Half-Elf Warlock. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Heather playing Brysis, the Tiefling Sorcerer. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
Reese playing Tim, the Warforged Cleric. Hello, Reese.
Hello.
Rochelle playing Corinne, the Blue Dragonborn Sorcerer. Hello, Rochelle.
Hello.
And Raymond playing Halfred, the Halfling Ranger. Hello, Raymond.
Hello.
We use Roll20.net for our tabletop campaign, Skype for video chat, and I am recording it all using Open Broadcaster software. Previously on Storm King's Thunder. Continuing on from the failed ambush outside of Hundlestone, the party encountered a friendly caravan of families fleeing the town of Luskin. Trading a dinner for an evening of protection, the party sat with the families and learned that Luskin had been terrorized in recent days by a frost giant longship. Approaching the town the next day, the party saw the aftermath of that conflict. The longship had apparently rammed into the town's docks, and the wizards of the local arcane tower had blasted the giants to ruin with their fireballs. Bryces joined a number of common folk in the looting of the smoky, slowly sinking longship remnants.
Damn Skippy.
It makes it sound so unglamorous.
Yeah. You looted a longship.
Lowered yourself to the common folk.
And though
Half demon.
That's right. And though the ship eventually sank, she made sure that all made it out safely. The party then retired to a local tavern, where Halfred volunteered Tim and Corinne to a drinking contest with some locals. The two handily beat the locals, and far too many drinks later, Tim collapsed and Corinne was declared the winner. The party left Luskin the next morning and spent a few days on the road to Mirabar. A day out from the town, they encountered a group of people captured and tied up by a pack of gnolls. Preparing all their considerable magics, the party was able to destroy the creatures handily and with minimal injury. The captured humans turned out to be a noble young man and his retinue. The man offered to hire the party to escort them back to Mirabar and his aunt, while the party also took possession of a wagon he had left behind. Returning the young man to Mirabar, he offered a stay at his aunt's house, a palatial mansion in the heart of the city. The party learned the next day that his aunt was in fact the Marchion of Mirabar, and in her gratitude, she pointed the party towards a rich ex-adventurer in Neverwinter, known for throwing galas and sponsoring adventurers he deemed worthy. But the party still has their eyes on Everland and the Harpers, and so they continue onward. Yeah. You are all leaving Mirabar. As you were leaving the woman's house, she did point you to a couple shops in Mirabar that specialize in adventurer equipment. They are called...
Are they any
Is
cheaper
this your
than Luskins?
DM way of saying you should probably stop by these shops because we've got something that you're probably going to need?
Well, maybe not need.
Do you want
but...
this blue key? What? We're not gonna run any blue door.
Well, you guys would know that most shops in most towns don't sell things that you guys are going to be able to use, like magical weapons and magical armor and potions and stuff. So when these are available, they're generally fairly noteworthy things.
From what I remember of our last campaign, there's really nothing else for adventurers to spend their money on either. Like, we don't really do like upkeep with living expenses too much, and not like people are buying houses and all that. So
I mean, you can buy a business and
you can, yeah.
She points you towards a couple shops because Mirabar is also a very wealthy and prosperous mining town. So there's a lot of metalsmiths and stuff that make all sorts of nice things. She points you towards a shop called the Griffin's Plate and Chain and another shop called Samay's Marvelous Armaments.
Well, if they're marvelous.
You go into the Griffin's Plate and Chain, and it's an armor shop. And they have pretty much every style of armor you can imagine all along the walls. You can get any type of armor here. And behind the counter, he does have 2 pieces of armor that are very expensive and displayed very expensively.
Ooh, displayed expensive.
in big, like, what are they called? The stands that you put clothes on, like the
mannequin?
Mannequin sort of thing.
Expensive mannequins.
Expensive mannequins. Gold-plated.
Gold-plated mannequins. In fact, it really draws the eye away from the armor itself. It's really a terrible marketing choice.
The shopkeeper identifies those 2 items as a mithril half-plate armor that he is asking 288 gold for.
Really?
And there's a very shiny shield emblazoned with an eye, and that is a sentinel shield that he is asking 305 gold for.
What is magical about the half-plate armor?
Half-plate armor, it's mithril, and the qualities of... So, mithril, actually, it's not magic. It's actually just a very expensive metal.
Isn't that stuff from Lord of the Rings?
I think probably most of this stuff is from Lord of the Rings. If you want to, if you want to really drill down into it.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Being mithril, if the armor normally imposes disadvantage on dexterity checks or has a strength requirement, the mithril version of the armor does not.
Ah.
So it's half plate that does not have a strength requirement, and you can still stealth in it. The Sentinel Shield is magic. The eye gives the bearer increased perception, and they have advantage. They advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You would like to double down, Tim?
Tim would be able to see through time itself. I'm very interested in that armor. I didn't realize it was actually going to be that cheap, although it's still very expensive.
It's AC on that shield.
It's the same as a normal shield. What are shields normally?
2.
2, yeah. And half plate, I'll have to look up.
Is great. I can't actually wear it yet until I multi-class next level, but boy, that would be a fantastic boost to my AC. I'd literally buy it and just wistfully stare at it until I level up.
Here are the details. The mithril plate is an ornate armor trimmed with mink fur.
Ooh. Mink fur. Ostentatious. Would I be able to sell... I actually bought scale mail thinking I would wear that when I leveled up. Would I be able to sell my scale mail and bring that price down?
Let me take a look at that real quick. Scale mail. Yeah, the proprietor takes a look at your scale mail and Says, yeah, it's in decent shape. I can take... What's the actual price right now? How about I'll take 20 gold off the price for it. 268.
I'll give you 2 gold and take 20 more off.
I also have a banded agate I need to sell.
You try to... you show him the agate, and he has 0 interest in it. I'm an armorer, son.
Can I sell the agate somewhere else? I want to buy this, but I literally don't have that much money.
All right,
so
yeah. If you go around town, you can find...
I'll be right back. I
Yeah,
scurry off.
scurry off to go sell the
Here's my
agate.
name. Don't sell it.
I want to put this on hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it on hold. Layaway. You got layaway?
You find someone, another shop, the jewelry shop, let's say, who will give you 12 gold for your banded agate, however you pronounce it.
I will attempt to regale them about how I found it amongst a frost giant's belongings, and this might have some increased worth and blah, 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 blah.
Okay, you try to sell a story. Roll a persuasion check. You say, 15 gold? Stories don't really travel well with gemstones.
Alright, 15 gold.
I would also like to sell some things at this jewelry shop.
Okay.
I have a amethyst, a moss agate, and 14 immaculate pearls.
God damn. I need to borrow some money.
This seems like the place to sell these things.
Yeah. So say it again. You said you have...
I have an amethyst. I have moss agates ×1. And I'm willing to part with 12 of my immaculate pearls.
Okay. The man, you offer him the first 2 first. And he says, I'll give you 20 gold for both of them.
That's fine.
Okay. You pull those pearls out, and his eyes get real wide. They are very nice-looking pearls, and where she got them, by the way, they were pulled off of the helmet of Droofy, the frost giant who was attacking Brisbane.
Same place I got my luck stone.
Yeah, same.
My anniversary's coming up.
He says, do you have a dozen of these pearls?
For the right price, I do.
He starts going through, like, his, behind the desk, going through, like, how much money he has.
He checks behind the toilet tank.
That's right.
Gets the bug out bag.
Yep.
Bryce just breaks out her abacus and starts doing some math.
We didn't buy the
Yeah, we
abacus.
didn't
We didn't buy the abacus.
How could you?
We can't do these sums.
Hold on. We have 50 fingers and 50 toes to work with.
Everyone take off your shoes.
Hold on just a second, because my numbers...
Well, I assume Tim has 10 fingers and 10 toes. I never looked.
Never confirmed it.
He just has giant club hands and feet.
There's shields attached to them.
That's right.
He says, this isn't exactly what these are worth, but it's all I have to give you. 1,000 gold?
Ooh.
That'll buy you 3 pearls, my friend.
He balks at you. He says, that's the lot, man. These are very valuable pearls, but I know how much a pearl is worth.
And I know how valuable these are worth, and we'll make it 4 and call it a deal.
He says, man, these I'm gonna be frank with you. These pearls are straight up worth 100 gold apiece.
Then you can find 200 more gold.
He stops. Roll a persuasion check.
Ah, shit. Whoops, hang on, I did that with a... whoops, my bad.
Well, your first roll is a 6, so
Yeah,
it's
what-
13.
Yeah.
He says, "Ma'am, I might be able to do it in pull up the extra money in a couple days, but this is the best deal you're going to get in this town."
Tell you what, I'll come back in a couple days.
He says, "I'll try to pull together the last 200 for him."
See you soon.
He does offer, though, if you want to sell him just 10 of them for 1,000 gold, he will take 10 of them.
I'll give you 9 for 1,000 gold.
It's like a reverse get one free.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roll another persuasion check.
It's back to normal now, so. Yeah!
9 of these
Rolled an
pearls.
8, you have a +7.
Yes,
didn't
I
do
do.
better.
And he says, I can do that. I won't be able,
Wait.
if we do this now, I won't be able to pull together the rest of the money for the remainder of the pearls, but 9 for...
All right.
My kids won't eat tonight.
That's right.
Oh, for
By
the next
God,
week.
they'll look pretty while they are.
Okay, so you give him 9 pearls and he gives you 1,000 gold.
Alright, I need to take out a loan.
Anybody
5
else sell
pearls.
anything, or we get...
I mean, it sounds like he doesn't have any more money left.
This jeweler does not. As soon as she leaves, he closes the shop. he's
We're
gotta
done.
he's gotta make some jewelry out of these pearls post haste if he wants to eat soon.
Well, now we can sell the jewelry.
That's right.
I need to sell my scale mail again. What was it? 20 gold?
Yes. Or yeah, he said a trade. He would take 20 gold off the cost of the mithril.
That's still not good enough. I can't.
Borrow some money from your sorcerer friend.
Prices. I need to borrow like 30 gold. Actually, okay, so I have 250 gold right now. If you
Try to
put
bargain.
everything into gold, I did. I got a 13.
You can try to bargain as I sit on my mound of gold.
She just pouring
Is the
gold from
bearskin
one
cloak
hand.
worth anything?
You offer to him and he says, oh, I'll take that off your hands for 3 gold.
I'm gonna just sell things first so I can do the math.
Okay.
I don't have an abacus. So 23 gold for those 2 items.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to borrow like 13 gold.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Anybody, I suppose. I could sell my quarterstaff. That's probably not worth much.
I'll give you the 13 gold.
Huzzah! Thank you. I think that would give me 288.
It's okay, I'll expect payment back with interest.
You can have all of
Of
my. I have no
course.
money now, so
Before I hand over the 13
payment
gold,
will
I
be
pull out a
protecting you
piece
in
of
battle.
paper. Pull out a piece of paper. The below signed. We'll pay back
and tries to recall
prices.
some saying about making deals with devils.
Right.
I have a Cheshire cat grin the whole time. All right, I gave you 13 gold.
All right, I can afford the 288 for the armor.
All right, the man.
I pull out bags and bags of money, copper pieces, silver pieces, like every denomination.
And you're just like counting
I'm just
it
that
on his
person at the
counter.
Store. Yes. Yeah. Just yeah.
And you get it
Just
to like
filling it everywhere.
within 10 seconds.
I'm
Like
just like mumbling. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just.
he says, if you had an abacus, you could do this much faster.
I'm like, well, I can't afford an abacus now.
All right, if you guys stop across the street, that Samay's Marvelous Armaments, it's a similar style store, and it's set up in a very similar fashion, where all along the walls are pretty much any weapon you can imagine to get your hands on. And then behind the counter, mounted on the wall, are two very nice-looking axes. One of them is a hand axe. The other one, it's a small hand axe, and then right above it is a very large great axe. And the shopkeeper identifies these as magical weapons that are slightly better than regular weapons, which in D&D words means they're +1s. +1 hand axe for 301 gold, and a +1 great axe for 402 gold.
Could I still buy that shield?
You could.
Or are we moving on?
No, I mean,
Now
you're...
+1 weapons, have we?
Alright, how much is Azra Gem worth?
If you go... So, let's say you try to find another shop that's not the jeweler's, because the jeweler's is closed shop for the day. You find a little, like market stall lady who just sells little knickknacks, and she offers to take it off your hands for 10 gold. Same with the agate. She says she'll give you 10 gold for each of those.
Sounds good. Alright, and the shield is 305 gold.
Yep.
Shield's worth more than the armor? Jesus.
Yeah, because technically the armor was not magical. It was just rare metal.
Mm. I just thought that was a good deal, because according to this player handbook, half plate is worth 750 gold.
Yeah.
Jumped all over that shit.
I have this bag of pixie dust, and I don't remember what it does.
I can tell you. It does magical
Oh, wait,
things.
there it is.
It's probably...
Yeah.
So you're saying all this shield does is give an upgrade to my perception skills, which are already top notch?
Look at these eyes.
Yes, sir. It gives you advantage on acting first in any combat situations as well.
Who are you, sir?
If you find yourself in a turn-based scenario. Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
I don't know if that's worth 305 gold, though.
It is magic, sir.
Well, I gathered that, but that doesn't seem like a good kind of magic. Sounds like that backwater magic down by the bayou.
Backwater magic. We're Mirabar, sir.
Gazim's going to saddle up and say, I don't... Yeah, that shield, that doesn't look very special at all. And
I
think
know,
we can
right?
Find something better down there. He gets out a map. Down in Long Saddle. Yeah, that's where they sell real good shields.
Long Shadow's a shithole, sir.
We got plenty of coin. The demon lady over here just got a buttload of money from your local jewelers. We got coin to spend. And yet, we gotta have a good deal.
Tim, roll a persuasion check with advantage with sarcasm, trying to you two trying to like run a play on this.
Excellence. My oof.
You've got a +0. It's just a motionless face.
Says, I wouldn't want you all talking bad about my shop. I mean, you're obviously heroes. I want you to go away with the best possible customer experience and not
Tell you what, why don't we put the name of your store on my friend's chest here? We'll just engrave it. And then it's like free marketing wherever we go. Or the shield, we could put it on the shield. And then people are gonna ask where they got this shield.
And you'll tell them you got it in Mirabar.
And my armor, yeah. From what's your name?
Griffin's Plate and Chain.
Yeah, Griffin's place. That's the one.
He tells Tim, I guess considering that, I can maybe give it to you for $250.
Question mark?
Let me ponder on this for a second. See how it feels.
He stares at you very nervously. Now he's like afraid of you guys trash talking his store.
Yeah. Like I started egging his door.
Yeah, that price sounds mighty fine. I think I will take that offer.
And now he's like happy.
Mighty fine indeed.
I'm happy that you're happy, sir. Here you go. He pulls the shield off the wall and hands it to you.
Yeah, this'll do.
Alright, I don't know how... Well, I guess you can just click advantage when you're doing the initiatives.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, I'm pretty well.
Yeah, Raymond has that built into his class. How do you do it?
What?
Initiative, advantage on initiative rolls?
I just click advantage and then hit initiative.
No, okay.
Just like I remember my scarf every battle.
One day that scarf will be remembered.
At the end of every other session, we remember about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do get hit the most out of everybody.
Yeah.
I just imagine now you've just put like the scarf, you like shoved it under a bunch of armor, and every time you get hit, it's trying to get out. And
He ate the scarf. That's really what happened.
Yep.
He ingested it. He feels heartburn every time he gets hit. Just thinks that's part of the pain.
Yep.
All right, how much can I get for this golden locket?
The golden locket. Is any other information about it? Or does it just say golden locket?
Golden locket with portrait is what I wrote. I don't remember.
Okay.
I think that's the one with the halfling picture in it, right?
That's
like at the very beginning. You picked it
Yeah,
up.
from Nightstone or something.
Is this halfling portrait important?
None of you recognize the halfling.
Random
It's
random
the-
halfling.
Yeah.
All right.
It's more than likely a halfling that died in Nightstone. Is probably what it is. Or
Tell him it's a famous lord of so-and-so.
You can take it to the
con men to roll into this down.
I know, right? You take it to the same lady that bought the gems off of Tim, and she says it's very nice looking, and she offers you 20 gold for it.
Sure, I'll take that. Oh, and I also have a moss agate. So
She'll give you 10 for that.
sold.
The bi-weekly loot dump.
That's right.
Do we see like any temples or anything like that, like religious temples?
Yeah, they direct you if you ask that they can direct you to a local temple. I don't know what god it would be too right off the top of my head.
Specifically, I'm looking for Maliki.
When you ask about that god, everyone sort of gives you sidelong glances, and you...
More so than they already are.
Yeah, well, you are a tiefling already, so they probably think it matches up, but you get the impression from people's reactions that that's probably an evil god of some sort. So there's probably not a temple to him in a common town.
It's more of a musty basement somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's
Incense.
like a basement altar.
And
Yeah.
she's a goddess. Thank you.
Is she? Okay. Let's see.
Aliki.
Maliki.
Maliki is the goddess of autumn, druids, dryads, forest creatures, and rangers.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Well,
Raven might like this thing.
I was mixing that up with a different god then. That's not evil. It's not evil at all.
God, Rangers and
Eh.
Druids.
Her symbol is a golden horned, blue-eyed unicorn.
Nice. You could try to sell that as well if you're trying to sell it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get rid of it.
The same lady is very pleased with you all passing by, like, at all your little trinkets. She also offers you 20 gold for that.
Sure.
Okay.
I asked her if she knows of a local apothecary.
Apothecary. Hold on just a second. She doesn't know if they have an apothecary. There is a the temple does some work like that. But they don't have a specific shop dedicated to it in town.
Nah, not looking for a good place to go.
Oh, okay. No, they don't have anything like that in this town. Okay. All right. Is that it for Mirabar? Anybody doing any other business?
Nah.
You guys have all sold your loot and spent your money.
I've spent all my money. I have 3 cents to my name.
3 cents. But look at that armor that you can't wear.
Exactly. Damn it.
It's so nice. All right, you guys get your horses from the stable, and you head out of town. The first day out of town, you travel as you travel south out of Mirabar. The terrain and the climate kind of fairly drastically alters. Whereas before, when you were traveling to Mirabar, you were traveling through still sort of evergreen, snowy landscape. South out of Mirabar, you go through a sort of a rocky, hilly country known as the Crags. And you pretty quickly get away from any snow. It warms up slightly. It's still pretty cool. But you have officially left the snowy region of the Sword Coast. The first day goes by uneventfully. You all set up camp in this little craggy area and sleep uneventfully. And the next day, you're able to make it to Xantharl. Okay. Moving the... You're able to make it to Xantharl's Keep by early evening, by about 4 or 5.
Cocktail time.
That's right. Xantharl's Keep. Xantharl was a well-known ranger and explorer of the north. The fortified village that bears his name stands in the middle of nowhere, on the west side of a notoriously dangerous and rugged stretch of the Long Road. An outer wall with heavy crossbows mounted to its battlements encloses a keep sheltered by a steep roof to shed snow. Surrounding the keep are dozens of narrow stone houses with heavy shutters and steep roofs of their own. The Falling Orc Inn and Tavern, a wooden frame structure built on the remains of an older stone building that caught fire and burned down, stands near the main gates next to the stables.
Can we head in?
You can head in.
We need to scout this area out or something, or
You can kind of look around.
Friendly.
It looks not very well, or it looks kind of. It's early evening now, and it's not terribly well populated. You don't see like a whole bunch of people in the streets. This is not like Mirabar, where you just left, was a very populous, kind of bustling city. This feels more like almost like a village to you. Like there's the big keep in the middle of town, and there's all these stone houses surrounding it, but there's not a lot of people. Just it's dirt roads, not a lot of people going about. You don't see any like wide open shops or anything. It all just looks like a bunch of stone buildings to you. So not terribly welcoming, but not dangerous that you can tell at the moment. You head into the Falling Orc Inn and Tavern. It's a fairly nice place. It's like I said, it's a wooden structure, wooden beams going all over the place, over the rock flooring of a building that used to be there. Behind the bar is a large female half ogre, serving drinks and cleaning glasses and doing all the barkeep sort of stuff you'd expect. As you come in, she sort of gives you a curt wave hello and motions to one of the empty tables. It's fairly busy. There's probably room for about 30 people in here. There's probably about 14 or 15 total there right now.
Do I recognize any of the, I'm not going to say like the patrons, but kind of like their actions and how they're behaving as something I should know?
So a lot of the folks here seem like you would recognize them as sort of villager folks, like old men, rugged-looking dudes who are probably farmers of some sort, that kind of thing. At one of the tables near the back, there are 4 men having drinks that don't quite fit in that way. They're all sort of probably mid-30s dudes of varying races. Dudes. There's a dwarf and a couple humans, and you think a half-elf probably. And they don't quite fit in because they're not wearing like clothes that you would recognize as just being like villager clothes, and they're sort of talking just to themselves, and they don't seem to be interacting with the other people in the place, so that kind of stands out to you a little bit.
Okay. Is the table that we're going to anywhere close to them?
No, it's not. The table you're sitting at is fairly close to the front, actually, and they're near the back.
Okay. Is our table like close to a wall or anything, or is it?
Yeah, your table is close to the wall next to the front door.
I immediately take the seat with my back to the wall.
Okay.
Hood is firmly over my head, by the way.
It is. Okay.
I will strike up a conversation whenever the half-ogre waitress comes by, and just ask if they've had any giant problems.
Look at my fancy armor that I can't wear.
I'm not wearing it, but it's nice, isn't it?
Soon I'll be able to learn how to wear it, soon.
She says, we've heard reports of some fire giants heading south through the Lurkwood, but I don't think anybody here has seen them. And we haven't had any actual, like, attacks or anything that we've been hearing about.
Fire giants? Fire giants are supposed to be way the hell to the east of here. This whip is wrong. What about cloud castles roaming around?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen any myself.
You had any problems here in Xantharl's keep? We're just travelers passing through.
When you ask that, she kind of looks at you kind of a little suspiciously. She says, no trouble here. We're just fine, thanks. I'll send Millie out to get your drink order. And she walks off. A few minutes later, a young, or not young, maybe late 20s, red-haired girl comes out from the back, and she says, hello, all you folks. My name's Millie. Can I get you some drinks?
Yeah, we will.
Jasmine shakes his head. I don't trust this place at all.
We'll take a round of ale.
Can do. Just to remind you guys, because none of you seem to remember, Millie was the name that Thwip gave you in Xantharl's Keep. It should be on your quest, I believe.
I was looking at that quest. I didn't realize there was a scroll bar on it. You're right.
Yeah.
As an agent. Okay. Well, order the drinks. Let's pretend Kazin's all slow.
Yeah,
Wait till she comes back. And then when she comes back to do the drinks, he's going to actually use his mind thing and say, Millie, don't be alarmed, but we've been sent here from Thwip and told that you could help us. We don't want to cause any extra trouble, however. If you could just give me some kind of sign that you acknowledge this.
She spills one of your drinks. she's got like 5 ales that she's setting down at the table, and when you do this,
it's the worst possible moment. Yeah.
She spills the ale right all over your new suit.
Yeah.
Damn it, Kazin, no ale for you.
Oh, and she backs off a little bit and just looks at you all, like really scared, like you just jumped into her mind.
Kazin tries to smile very calmly and then looks at her reassuringly. And says it again in a calming manner, like, please do not be alarmed. We sent here to. So Thwip was a harper, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not official harper business, but we are harper adjacent, and we are hunting Zhentarim.
When you say that, her head almost turns to look behind her. But she stops herself and looks back at you, and says, and after a second, her face goes from just being kind of terrified, and sort of just goes right back to the cheery barmaid that she was a second ago. She says, "Well, you folks must have been traveling all over. I bet you all have picked up all sorts of knickknacks, haven't you?"
As a matter of fact, we have.
Sure have.
Check out this whale-tooth comb I got. I can make the smoothest beard of any giant.
That's mighty impressive. And she looks at you all expectingly.
I don't crowd. I don't know
What is she expecting?
I put my
little.
little dragonling right on the table.
Okay.
What about that?
She says, "Oh, that's awfully pretty." And she
Alfred looks so on that nobody cares about his
Yes, the comb was nice too.
Alfred starts using the comb to brush the dragon's non-existent hair.
She picks it up and looks at it. She says, "Oh, that's awfully pretty. Thank you for letting me get such a nice look at such a nice little trinket." She hands it back to you, and she says, "What can I do for you folks?" And she looks at you, sort of with almost a warning in her eyes, as she asks that.
I don't want to go about this. I was pretty sure those dudes in the corner are Zhentarim.
They are. And Brysus is gonna kick you square in the shin, and just give you that meaningful stare that conveys to you without me having to actually say it. Don't say anything stupid. You will get us all killed.
Well, we could follow those guys when they leave. That would be super dangerous, but possibly effective. Or wait till one of them goes to the bathroom, beat him up, use disguise self to become Zhentarim, and sneak into their lair.
Millie is still
Good idea.
standing at the table.
Yeah. Wait, we have to come up with a plan. When we arrived, we actually had no plan on how to go about it.
We'll act drunk, go to the bathroom. They will probably follow us to kill us, and then that's when we surprise them.
I want to say real nicely to Millie, well, Millie, we're new in Xantharl's Keep. We were just wondering if you had any places of interest that you could tell us about while we're passing through.
She says, well, that's a mighty good question. There's lots of interesting places around here. But say I'm awfully busy right at the moment. Strapping, handsome young man like yourself, you could walk me home after work, couldn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd love to have some company on my way home. Perhaps we can talk more then.
Kazan nods reassuringly.
She nods back. She says, it'll just be about an hour or two more. She says, if you need any more drinks, please just let me know, and I'll get them right to you. And she leaves.
Do we want to keep eyes on the guys at the table?
If you guys just drink your ale, although yours, Eric, is Kazan's drink is spilled on him.
No, yeah, he's good.
He's not drinking anything.
He's got no money. He's drinking like water and chips and salsa, whatever the free stuff is.
Do they not know who we are? Because most people do.
The Zents have not really even looked in your direction yet. They're talking amongst themselves. They don't seem to notice anyone else in the bar, or at least not pay much attention to anybody else in the bar right now.
Why did I not take invisibility?
Well, I've got invisibility. I mean, it depends on how we want to play it. And I can cast it at a level 3 to make 2 of us invisible.
Ooh.
All of a sudden, 2 people disappear.
Well, we could split up and try to see. I have no idea where. I assume Millie's just gonna talk to me about what the hell is going on with the Zhentarim. But we could also follow those guys if they're going somewhere.
For the time being, you guys are talking. The Zents over there are just having drinks, talking to themselves. And they're not paying. They don't seem to be paying a whole lot of attention to anybody else in the place.
Does it look like, are they like wrapping up, or are they like just going to be hanging out here?
It kind of looks like they've been there for a while. Like they're very comfortable in their seats. Like they've been there drinking for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, I say we follow them, figure out where they're going, so we can be better prepared, and then I don't know. I guess Kazan can walk Millie home and get more information from her.
Yeah, split the party. That's a great idea.
Yes.
Pick 2 people to be invisible and to follow them, and then I can go with Millie. And then 2 others like take to the rooftops or something.
I guess Bryces and I will follow, and I mean, Halford can hang out on the rooftop and be ready to shoot people if needed. I don't know. I don't know what they should be doing. And
the Assassin's Creed thing where you're just running on the rooftops, following somebody on the ground.
So maybe I'll say, Brysis, would you like to accompany me to the ladies' room?
Why, yes, absolutely.
All right.
Very high.
We're
Also
never going
there.
to see them again.
Disappear forever.
All right, so I'll cast invisibility then.
How long does it last?
An hour.
All right. Well, let's wait until they're like about to leave, just in
All right.
case.
Okay.
If we can tell when they're getting ready to like pick things up, then you guys go like time it.
Yeah.
The guys, maybe another half hour passes. They're having drinks, more drinks. Millie goes by and gives them a couple of drinks. She comes by and asks if you guys want to refill yours a couple times. And then you do see what the guys appear to be wrapping up, and they're sort of they looks like they're telling some jokes to each other, and they kind of pound the table and they put their drinks down and are making their way to get up.
Just kind of like nod at each other and get up and head towards the ladies' room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do that. I assume you would just immediately go in and cast invisibility. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You come out of the ladies' room. I don't know what this looks like. The door just opens on its own. And you notice these
a little bit of a gust.
Yeah, the men are not leaving through the front entrance. They're leaving through what might be the kitchen, or
Mafia style.
yeah. So what you guys, if you guys are following close enough, you can just sort of catch the door and go in behind them.
Yeah.
Now, granted, keep in mind you guys can't see each other either.
Well, in an effort to
Old hands.
I was gonna say, in an effort to make sure I knew where Corinne was, I was gonna keep my hand on her back as we're going.
Okay, sure. You guys can hold hands, hand on the back, however you wanna. Keep contact. You guys follow the men out. They walk through a kitchen area and straight out the back door, and you can hear them just talking about just inane bullshit. They're talking about women and, you know, how badass they are. They're just telling stories. just inane sports. You know what a guy's talking about. I don't know.
Now, the last time I heard some dudes bragging about things that they didn't
Latest sports
actually
event was
do.
most distressing for our team. Wasn't it?
And as they're talking, they just walk right out the back door. You guys do the same thing. You follow them through the back door, and they start walking towards the front gates of the town. So, to all appearances, they are just leaving town right now.
Okay.
You guys can keep following
Get in
them.
the car. I don't know if you guys will follow that far.
You guys
It's
can
getting real shady.
You guys keep following them as long as you want. We'll get as far as you follow them to the front gates, and some men at the front gates hand them torches, and they head off from the front gate. Meanwhile, back in the inn,
Yeah, splitting the party is great.
Millie comes by and sees the three of you still sitting there sipping your beers, and
Women have left.
she says, "Where are your friends?"
The bathroom.
She
They'll be all right.
She glances at the empty table where the men were just a second ago, and says, "I'm going to be on a break in just a moment. Perhaps you'd like to meet me outside, young man?"
As in nods. Can I roll an insight check on Millie?
Sure.
Just kind of want to know where her head's at right here.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You don't know. But she heads out the front door, and you can see her sort of head out the front door and towards the side of the building.
Okay. I will follow her. I will tell Alfred and Tim to maybe follow me and her at a respectable distance and just make sure we're not being followed or anything. And keep your eye out. And Halford, if you want to take to the rooftops, if there's rooftops to take to and scurry around just to get another glance at everything, because it's like getting to be nighttime.
It
right?
is. It is. It is
Okay.
getting dark now. Yeah.
Okay.
You follow her out, and she says, "Your friends. Where are they going? Where did they go?"
Say we're proactively searching the town.
Searching the
That's all I
town.
say.
Okay. She says, "Okay, well, be careful. The Zents are all over this place. They come and go as they please."
Yeah, that's what we've heard. Do they have a location here or someplace? I'll level with you. We're gonna try to root them out. We've been on their shit list for a while. We actually been attempted to be assassinated. We've been attacked on the road, and we heard that this was the place to go to try and put an end to that.
Okay. She says, "Really? You're gonna try to put an end to the Zents and Xantharl's keep, huh? Well, you might put me out of a job, but I'd be glad for it. They don't stay here. The men come in, they have drinks, they see their women, they do whatever they do, and by the time nightfall comes, they always leave town.
Wow.
I don't know where they go, but it's wherever it is. I'm guessing you're gonna find a whole lot more of them there.
But it's not in town at all?
No, it's definitely not here."
Hasn't suddenly gets worried.
She says, let's see what else she knows.
Do you have any kind of numbers information for how many come into town? And
She says, "There's
I mean,
God."
if you've been watching this town for a while, you've got to have some kind of intel.
She says, "I think they don't talk about Zhentarim business in the bar, but I think they're given leave to come into town every few days or so because it's a different set of men every once in a while. And they come in, they just spend the day in town, and they leave when night comes.
Do they ever have horses, or they just go on foot?
They just come in by foot and they leave on foot.
All right, so it can't be too far.
There's
You have no idea where their
there's
camp
gotta
is.
be at least a dozen of them, though.
Okay.
I see. Yeah, the four that were here tonight are not the same four that were here yesterday.
Okay. Any leadership that you can tell?
Namely, the Weevil.
Yeah. Does the name the Weevil mean anything to you?
The Weevil. The name the Weevil means a lot to me. Weevil means a lot to a lot of people.
Mostly
But-
farmers.
Farmers hate him. Don't know why.
That should be his motto, his business card. It says, "Farmers hate him."
Just, I've never seen him myself. I've heard his name spoken, but never actually seen the man. There's one that comes into town once a week or so. Long hair, goatee. I think he's the boss around here.
Do I recognize that description?
Make an insight check. It's not history per se. You don't remember anybody by that description.
Oh, +3. That's not that bad. God damn it. 9 and then a 6.
She says.
Let's go back to killing things.
She says the Weevil, though, even if he was here, you'd never see him. My understanding of the way he operates is that he goes only safe house to safe house. He never goes out in the public.
What about?
How does he get to the other safe house?
Dead of night? I don't know. Well, you're not
Aren't you
there.
at a respectful distance?
So, suddenly a voice comes from the end of the
Yeah,
alley.
yeah.
She turns sharply and looks at Alfred.
What was the name of the captain guy that actually put in the order?
Zelen.
Zelen. I name dropped Zelen. Do you know anybody named Zelen?
She says, that sounds like what they call the guy in charge.
Okay. That guy would also be satisfactory for us to take out. Or bring to justice, as it were.
She says, I I don't know a whole lot much else. If I hear words spoken or I see a new face, I report it back to Thwip, and that's about the extent of my job here.
Well, your reinforcements have arrived. We are going to try to do our best to discover the whereabouts of the Zhentarim and root them out.
Okay, she says, well, be careful. Yeah, these Zents are a dangerous bunch. Meanwhile, Bryces and Corinne, you two are having to keep a pretty close... well, not you, Bryces, actually, because you have dark vision.
Yes.
Out to a long distance. So at some point, you guys realize that, Bryces, you don't have to hold on to Corinne. Corinne has to hold on to you. Because it has gotten dark, and you guys are following torchlight, and you can't really see where you're going besides following the torchlight of the men in front of you. You do this for about 15 minutes. And you are just straight up out in the woods right now.
Are they saying anything useful, or are they still talking about, like, sports?
They're still talking about nothing useful. You do hear a mention that they're getting back early, that you hope that the rest haven't eaten the rest of the dinner before they get back. But that's about all you hear that they're talking about besides just
boring criminal organization ever.
Yeah, these seem like just like regular kind of dudes. And you turn around a copse of trees, and they're gone, and you see just a black cave mouth right in front of you.
Found it. Good job.
I'd say that's a good time to turn back around.
Can you re-find it again? Is there someone to mark it?
I can't see shit out here. That's a great question, though. How do we mark it? I mean, we could just make some, like, I don't know, we could create a trail of, like, signs and, like, with sticks or something on the way back. I don't know.
Can Halford track you guys down?
No.
Well, Halford, if you knew where they had gone, you could try to follow their tracks.
Well, yeah.
What? I wouldn't be able to see in the dark.
Well, no, you'd have to either have a torch or some sort of...
Can I just, like, navigate using the stars or something? Do I have that skill?
Because here's the plan. Now that we know where they are, we stake it out and wait for, like, half of them to leave, since apparently they leave and go to town, and then we go in and bust them up when there's not as many in there.
But we don't know how many are in there, right? We didn't get...
No.
The only number I got was there were maybe a dozen from...
But we don't know that because we weren't there.
No, so wait,
Yeah.
You guys don't go in there yet. That would be,
No.
that would be bad. But what we need to do is make sure we know that location so we can go there
Well,
during the day or
I'm
something.
gonna, like, hand motion to Corinne to stand by this tree and don't move.
You're just gonna leave me here?
How terrifying is that? Like, just
That's pretty scary.
invisible.
It's like a horror movie.
Don't
Because-
move.
And she's essentially
Don't
blind.
move. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Essentially.
All right, I'll have Corinne
Corinne
grab a
starts
hold of
whimpering
my
when you
arm
pull back. The giant dragon lady. Don't leave me.
because I want to try to get where I can see inside that cave and see if I can see anything.
Oh, be careful.
Okay.
I don't want to go into the cave. I just kind of want to, like, angle enough to where I can, like, see in and hope that my dark vision will allow me to see anything.
Okay, you're able to glance into the cave at the men, and you see their torchlights going off into the distance. But you also see a flicker of what you think might be another fire closer to the entrance. And roll a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, perception. Not persuasion? No.
Not persuasion. Not
Persuade the file now.
and,
I
Rolls
can see
are
nothing.
roll.
and nothing else. You think you
Yeah.
might be able to see the flicker of another fire near the cave mouth, but that's all.
Damn, there's probably something good. All right.
Some kind of trap or illusion.
Hold on, Corinne. We're going closer.
Oh boy. We never long rested, right? Because I also am like,
we
a
did
little
Mirabar.
low.
We definitely did a Mirabar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys have been on
I
the road
didn't
for
do
2
that.
days. Pretty much, when you guys travel, you're long resting every night, so you can just long rest at will at that point.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna just again. We're not going to where we were inside the cave in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
I want to be very clear about that.
But the fire is a little too much of a temptation to not at least stake out to see if I see anybody around it or any kind of traps that may be around the front of the cave.
Okay. You do that. Meanwhile,
scene change. Star wipe.
That's right. Millie has given you pretty much all the information she has. She says, I have to get back to work. If your friends are casing this town, they better be careful. The Zhentarim may not stay here at night, but pretty much everyone here is sympathetic to them. I think most of the folks in town are on the payroll in one way or another.
Figure that seems to be how they operate.
And she goes back in the inn and sort of glances at Halford and Tim, like standing at the entrance to the alley. Just sort of gives you guys sidelong glances as she goes back inside.
Kazan is disappointed he doesn't actually get to walk her home.
Yeah.
I guess we will head to the town entrance, since she said it was outside of town, and just kind of linger around there.
Okay.
Because I would assume all the information I have is that it's not in town.
Okay.
So I'm assuming the men all went out there, and then our party members went out there to follow them, but we can't really see or presumably track them. So.
Okay.
We're just kind of heading out near the gates, I guess.
You guys head out near the gates, and you see a man call out to you, and he steps out and identifies himself as a guard of the front gate. He says, "What are you men doing out here this late?"
Kaz is going to stumble a little bit and giggle and say something about you looking for a bathroom.
The man says, "Go back to the inn. You're looking for a bathroom. It's not safe to wander around outside after dark."
Are there any other guards or anything around here?
Just the one guy.
Okay. Kazan will nod and kind of laugh again and saunter back to the town. Well, I don't think we want to start carving people up in this town necessarily, but things are going to get a little bit dangerous wandering around. Is there like an inn we can...
Yeah, you can go back to the inn you were in. That's the only inn in town. The Falling Orc. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you guys want to do. I am going to step into a corner and use my disguise self spell and look like somebody I saw in the bar, maybe like some person that should be in town. And just like that way I won't be hopefully accosted when I'm walking around at night. But like Kazan's still very concerned, like he wants to keep his eyes on the town entrance and not like just go back to the inn.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. This guy's soft. All right. Halford and Tim, are you guys just following him back to the front gate?
Yes.
Okay.
I am going to climb the tallest building.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
All right. That is the inn. You climb to the roof of the inn. You can do that pretty easily. And you can see the front gate from where you're at.
That's the tallest building?
Yeah. It's a 2-story building.
Screw that.
There's not...
Screw that. That is worse. I will be seen first before anyone see anybody else. Alright, forget that plan. I just stick with Tim.
Okay.
I are pretty close.
You are approaching the front gates. Meanwhile, Bryce and Corinne, you guys are edging closer to the cave entrance. And you see the distinct flicker of flames along some cave walls. Roll a perception check again, both of you.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay, you can both. You guys are close enough that at this point you can both hear voices, very deep voices, and they're not speaking common. It's
What are they speaking? Goblin?
not. I don't think it's a language that either one of you speak.
That's not good.
But it is they're very deep voice, and you can hear two of them talking to each other, back and forth, but you can't understand the conversation or identify the language. Well, if roll a history check, both of you. Let's see if you actually maybe do recognize the language. Bryce, you spent. Okay,
Wow.
you both encountered some orcs in your day, and you can definitely tell they are speaking Orcish.
Lovely.
Oh, okay.
That's not good.
Yeah, you guys sticking around, backing off?
Nope, totally backing off with that one.
Okay.
Friend's gonna feel me walking very quickly backwards, as quietly as possible. Going QQS, quick, quiet, and slow.
Are you guys heading back towards town, or are you just hanging out in front of the cave right now?
I mean, did we ever figure out how we're like marking this? How we're gonna find our way back here?
You could just like make marks on trees if you wanted to. Like just,
Yeah,
just
I
try
mean,
to yeah. You could absolutely do like
that.
a Hansel, not what's it called? Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah.
Breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. Yeah.
I've got my little wrist dagger, so I'll just pull out a dagger and we'll just carve a smiley face or something into the trees as we go.
Okay, you do. Yeah, you're carving smiley faces into the trees as you go.
But I'm gonna stand on Corinne's shoulders as I do it, so that way they're high enough that the Zents
They
won't see it.
notice
Which-
I like it.
Which is not an easy feat to accomplish when you're both invisible. Knowing where a shoulder ends and an arm begins is not easy without sight. But you're able to.
Things start to get real awkward. During this
I
process.
hope that's a shoulder.
Why is this squishy?
Okay, you guys start making your way back to town, doing that, making those marks every once in a while. Meanwhile, Kazan, Tim, and Halfred, you guys approach the front gate, and one of the guards, the one guard, same guy, turns to you and says, turns to you, Kazan, and says, Arian? What are you doing?
Shit.
You look like somebody you saw in the tavern.
Right. Yeah. Said I'm just enjoying the evening. I'd heard some stories about giant activity and thought I was gonna see one of those fabled cloud castles rolling through.
Okay. That's a little weird.
It is.
You know Zelen doesn't like folks wandering out after dark, right?
I know.
Alright, well,
But there's giants around here.
I get that.
Did you hear what happened in the Sword Coast? There's frost giants attacking the whole area. You think Zelen's got a plan for that?
Says I do. Whoever those two weird ones that came into town yesterday, I think they're involved somehow, but I don't exactly know in what manner. But I got to imagine all this activity with them has got to be coinciding with all this giant stuff.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, you didn't? Some posh-looking noble dude and a big old scary-looking orc with a scary staff, skulls on it.
Uh-oh.
Came into town yesterday. Didn't spend much time at all, and Zelen took him back.
orcs, huh?
One was an orc, one was just a posh-looking dude.
Posh looking dude. Oh, that's definitely something.
Yeah. I mean, those two just give me the willies, I tell you what.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel comfortable with all that being this close to where I sleep, you know?
Well, I get you, I do. But, Zone looks out for us. Any trouble around here, and his men will take care of it.
Yeah. How many do you think he's got again altogether? I don't feel comfortable unless I know there's a good retinue guarding this town.
He gets folks in from neighboring areas all the time, so they kind of come and go quite a bit. I think he's probably got, gosh, at least 10 or 12 right now. A couple of really funny ones. Two of the young boys came in and were telling all sorts of jokes yesterday.
Oh, yeah, tell me a joke.
I forget.
Chris was not prepared for that.
A joke.
How long can we keep doing this?
Random joke generator.
Where do cows go on a first date? The movies.
What's a movie?
So, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess take care of any giant problems that come in here, but I don't know if a whole army of giants comes. I don't know if anybody could do anything.
I don't either. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
Well, all right. Have a good night out. Keep watch for anybody here.
All right. Good night.
I'll wave to him and slowly saunter back to the inn.
Okay. Meanwhile, Bryces and Corinne, you all see the torches of the front gate now. You have made it back to town. And you can pass through the gate quietly without being heard. Fairly close, maybe a few minutes after the conversation Kazan just had. The guard's already sat back down and is, once again, not paying a whole lot of attention, just sort of hanging out at the gate. But you can pass back through and go back to the inn, should you choose.
Sounds good.
As we pass by, though, I'd like to make some, ghost noises.
All right, you freak the guy out pretty good. Do you guys end your invisibility before you go back in the tavern?
No, I'd rather keep it going.
All right.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
The three of you, the three of you, you guys went back in the inn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are all sitting back in the inn again, and what? Chairs pull out invisibly.
Yeah.
No, we walked back out of the bathroom.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys. We were in there a while.
Corinne fell in the toilet. It had to take a while to get her out. It was just bad.
Happens.
It does happen.
We definitely weren't doing anything super dangerous.
Are we safe to discuss things, or do we need to retire to our rooms?
It'd probably be there's still about 6 or 7 people in the room who might overhear you.
All right, let's assume we get rooms. And...
Okay, you guys can easily get rooms and retire to them.
Let us pool our information.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you guys go?
So it turns out there's this cave full of Zhentarim, and they're speaking. Are they speaking?
Orcish, yeah.
Orcish. So we have no idea what they're saying. It's probably super dangerous, but we can take you guys back to the cave whenever we have a good plan of what we're going to do there.
Okay.
Kill them all.
I'm glad you found the location. That was the piece of information I did not have. Apparently there are about a dozen Zhentarim altogether. Zelen is here and does lead them. They have a new orc shaman, that sounds like, or some kind of spellcaster with a staff that arrived in town, along with a nobleman, specifically to deal with the giant problem. So that was probably the dudes that were speaking Orcish. And obviously they come to town to just kind of hang out. So my idea would be to go stake out that cave entrance, wait until a group of them leave to go to town or the inn or whatever they do, especially since this one guy sounds like they were there for a while. And then we can at least go just raid the cave when there are hopefully less Zhentarim in there. The other option is to capture, beat up the guys that come out of the cave, try to get more information out of them, take out those guys first, and then go into the cave. It's a bit slightly riskier, but
why don't you do the safe thing and just throw fireballs and Eldritch Blast into the cave?
I hope they all die.
I'll lose the element of surprise on a few blind shots. I don't know how big that cave is. I mean, it's got to be a pretty good-sized area to hold a dozen
If you
people.
power up and concentrate, you can just shoot a giant blast that fills the whole thing.
I don't think that's how it works.
Doesn't your magic work that way?
You just gotta focus.
Yeah,
You just have to raise your power level to like 9,000. Come on.
there we go. Let's go kill wolves outside of town for a while. See what they'll look. Anybody else have any ideas?
Orcs like to eat halflings. I'm willing to be bait and draw them out.
Well, I don't want to lose the element of surprise, though. I don't want to give them any time to prepare.
All right.
So either we wait till some of them leave and then go in and just surprise them that way, or wait for them to leave, take out those guys, get whatever information we can, and then go in.
I say don't let
and
any of them
hopefully still
leave, because they might just call reinforcements, or they might come back soon, and now we're trapped.
Well, in that case, then we want to take out the guys that leave. But they're only 15 minutes away from the town, so I don't know if that would give us enough time to take them out without having any of them run to town or run back to the cave.
Probably not.
Whereas if they're in town, I mean, if they're there for a couple hours, that should give us enough time to do whatever we need to do in the cave, as long as we're not short resting in there.
Chris, would I have knowledge of fighting tactics
By
from
fighting.
my interactions?
What do you mean by like Zhentarim style tactics, like what they do, like how they
Yeah.
do things?
Yeah.
Um,
So if I would know that if our plan for the ambush of the guys leaving, what general practice is if one of them can get away.
so roll a history check. Roll a history check with advantage, because you have spent time with this organization.
Really?
I don't know if anyone's picked up on that yet, but
Yeah. Could also use disguise self to pretend to
Yeah,
be Zhentarim and waltz in, but I don't know how long I can keep up that ruse.
trust me, I don't have to pretend.
But do they kill you on sight? I mean, it sounds like
Yes,
they were already
will
trying to
kill me
assassinate
on
you,
sight,
so...
yes.
yeah, this is all pretty standard Zhentarim tactics for these outposts that you're aware of, Bryce's. They usually have a stable of men that that are kept on call for missions or whatever they want to use them for, and they let men go out in shifts to sort of R&R sort of situation. And their men are expected to come back by the end of the day.
Okay.
So it sounds like you guys are, whichever route you go, you're going to go to the cave and just sort of stake it out. And
Yeah, I think so. We just got to decide if we want to try to take out those guys on the outside first, which that technically would probably be the best thing to do, because we just eliminate that X factor and possibly get information out of them if
But
we
then
can
you
keep
have
one
the
alive.
problem of, well, it's not keeping them alive, it's the sound.
Right,
noise
yeah.
level.
The danger is being able to take them out quickly without alerting anybody near them. And unfortunately, it sounds like it's actually really close to town, so I don't know if we can actually do that. Unless we try to well, so they followed the route outside the kitchen. Was there literally a back alley they went in to leave?
It's just a back exit.
Yeah, just a back exit.
It wasn't. So did it exit into a street, or was it?
Yeah, it exited down to a street, and they just sort of followed it to the main gate.
So the other option is we just try. Oh, okay. Say if it was an alleyway or something, we could try to just attack them there as they left, ambush them when they're leaving the inn, and that way we're not anywhere near the cave.
That's brilliant, because then we'll call the city guard down upon us as well.
That's what I was asking, if it was a street or an alley. Well, plan B is to just let them stay at the inn for a couple hours and let us jump in the cave when they're gone. And we'll have to deal with them at some point when they come back, which hopefully we'll have dealt with the cave.
All right.
I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah. Sounds like that's what you guys got. Well, you guys get. we'll just take it as far as the beginning of your plan, and then see if you guys just want to wing it. So watch the guys come out.
And we assume they leave during the day, right? Because they're there.
Yeah, that's what they do. They leave during the day.
Millie said that they don't. Yeah, they come in early afternoon and then they leave by the evening.
Okay. So the most easiest thing to do would probably just be leave town. Noon maybe. Try to be as casual as possible about it. And even go down the road until we're out of sight of the guard, and then try to double back through the forest way and let them till we find our tree markings and things. In other words, don't make a straight beeline for the damn thing right outside the front gate.
All right.
We'll leave the horses tied outside of town or something.
Right, yeah. Okay, so you guys are sleeping there for the night, and then you're gonna leave by around noon tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say you guys are able to do your normal safety schedule for sleeping, but
very much so.
Yeah.
I completely bar the door in any way, shape, or form that I can. It's completely booby trapped. There's stuff like chairs up underneath the doorknobs.
Okay, great.
Corinne's probably looking at me like I'm crazy, but
you guys don't. It seems pretty quiet all night. You guys don't encounter any trouble in the evening. You wake up the next morning. You're able to go into the main room and get breakfast, hang out. You see a couple local folks. They don't really give you too much passing notice. Noon arrives. You guys are able to just sort of walk down the main road and walk out the main gates. There's not even a guard there at noon. There's nobody watching the gate at all. You guys make it out of town. You turn north, which was the direction that Bryces and Corinne went. Bryces or Corinne, you guys are not on the exact same path that you were on to get there before. But you go into the woods and you guys are looking for your smiley face markers now.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna have Corinne jump on Bryces jump on my shoulders and carry her.
Okay.
Yeah, can I carry her?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, because she has a better viewpoint.
All right. When she gets back, I'll have her roll a perception check or a nature check to find where she was last night. And she'll do. Yeah. Bryces, can you roll either a perception check or a nature check? I can't hear you, by the way. You're muted.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Nice.
You're able to pretty quickly identify, because you had dark vision and you actually could see last night. You're able to find some trees that look a patch of trees that looks familiar. By the way, you're on Corinne's shoulders right now. just FYI.
Oh, I'm looking for my smiley faces.
You're looking for your
Yeah.
smiley faces. But you're able to find a patch of trees that you recognize, and those lead you to one of your smiley faces, and that puts you on the right track to the cave.
And point. Onward!
Onward! You guys walk that's at this point, it's only about 10 minutes. You walked about the 10 minutes, and you are at the entrance of this cave. Now
Upward.
would be a good time to take a break. And we will be back shortly with their foray into the cave. back. So, I just real quick threw together a map of the mouth of this cave because I didn't expect you guys to be quite so cautious in your approach as opposed to just, we're in the cave. So, I will take you guys to where you are at currently. Just a moment. Okay. You guys follow Bryce's and Corinne's markings. Until you find the spot that you remember that you turned a corner and there was the cave mouth right ahead of you. And that is where you are right now.
Find a nice place to hide out.
There are these little bushes over here along the edge. Bryce and Corinne, you know that over here, yeah, Kazan, you can see from you're at where the entrance to the cave is.
Okay.
What time of day is it again?
It's now about 1 p.m.
Okay.
You guys hang out here. You're just sort of waiting.
All right, so what's the plan? Are we going to attack these guys, or are we going to let them go? You want to put it to a vote?
All synths must die.
I don't think Tim would really care.
Either way.
I mean, what are we getting exactly by like attacking them? Is there more information we think we can glean from them?
Why are we killing these innocent orcs?
Yeah, we could get more information about the inside of the cave. We have no information about what's going on in there, but
Let's attack.
we're gonna jump them when they come out.
I think so.
What
I mean, it seems the best. If
If
they're coming out soon and they're gonna be kind of like caught in a sort of bottleneck.
Okay, how do we want to attack them?
Let's hide in the edge of my fog cloud so that we can pop in and out to attack.
Or you can just put your thorns down ahead of time and they're not going to see them as they come out.
That's a smart idea, actually.
That's true. They'd start.
They have to roll a wisdom saving throw to see it.
Yeah, I hate
can't
to break
afford
all our
anything.
ambush on just that little spike growth there, though.
There's a 40-foot diameter spike growth, sir.
I'd rather you just put that on top of them at the start of the fight rather than have it out there. Because, I mean, they trip on it, they're immediately going to be like, oh, something's going on here. And then they're going to be ready for us to throw all our big shit at them.
Yeah, but if we put it at the cave mouth entrance, they have no choice but to come to us.
Well, granted, but they could alert the rest of the cave that something's afoot out here. We want to... We can use the spike growth, but I think after we actually initiate the battle, like, we need to throw all our... We need to fucking take them out as quickly as possible. And spike growth doesn't do a lot of damage at once. I need you to fucking shoot people in the head. Except for one guy. We need to try to leave one guy alive.
I have pixie dust I could sprinkle on them and they could either take off flying or pass out.
Could put a fog cloud at the entrance of the cave. That might help block vision and make them not go back into the cave, maybe? I don't know.
While you guys are discussing this,
Yeah.
Tim, you eventually hear voices coming from the entrance to the cave.
Hark.
It sounds like you hear a whole bunch of voices, but it sounds like they're yelling at somebody or something. You hear something along the lines of like yeah, all right, stupids.
I have to go.
You have to go?
Yep.
Nope.
Do what I do. Spike growth and just longbow with Colossus Slayer. That's all I do.
That's your thing.
Mm-hmm.
You called in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go rescue babies.
And then you hear the voices that are decidedly humanoid speaking common coming your direction.
Is he gonna leave his webcam on?
I mean, I appreciate it. If it stays
Yeah.
on, the OBS doesn't get fucked up, so...
That's true.
A text one, tell her to come play for Raymond.
Yeah, you should.
You hear one of them yell, like, hurry up, guys! We've only got about 4 or 5 hours. I don't want to waste my time dealing with those idiots. Are you guys stealthing? Are you guys trying to hide where you're at?
We're definitely hiding, yeah. We're
Okay.
erring on the side of being hidden rather than having a tactical position.
Alright, from where you guys are at right now, Kazan, Brysis, and Halfred will need to roll a stealth check. You guys have advantage on the check because you were just staying still in bushes right now. But I still need to roll the stealth check. Halfred is fine, yeah.
I rolled doubles.
You rolled 13. Okay, hold on just a second. This time, passive. Okay. All right. You guys see 4 men come walking out of the cave.
Do I recognize any of them?
No, you don't recognize any of these men. And they're just chatting amongst themselves at this point about what they're going to do when they get into town. One of them apparently has a girlfriend in town. He's excited for that. And they're walking past you. Now, we'll do this slowly. You guys can act at any time.
All right, how do I want to do this?
If you guys just jump out and do something, you'll get a bonus round.
Right.
Let's just attack.
Yeah, we're not one for plans.
Let him get like one more. Can you guys see him down there?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Okay, let me get a little bit farther here before you act.
Yep.
All right.
If we want to get into a better battle position, I can pop darkness on them while we move to where we want to be.
Hell, put darkness at the cave entrance. That would, because then they can't see shit, right?
Yeah, 15-foot radius.
Yeah, you do that, then that would at least force them out here, and the cave would just disappear, basically.
All right, I'm gonna put the initiative tracker up. You guys will have a bonus round to do all this stuff you're talking about. Everybody can roll initiative.
Where you get advantage, Tim.
I remembered.
Advantage, DM.
And don't forget, you have a scarf, Tim.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 5. That's the highest number, right?
The highest number. Huh, their picture didn't show, their name didn't show up on the turn tracker. And theirs did. Oh, you don't see any names?
No.
Okay.
You have to show the names on the token, I think.
Oh, player permission C name.
There you go.
That work? Okay.
Yep. Bug on that one.
Yep. Okay. Tim. Your brand's picking first. And yeah, you guys will have 2 rounds. Well, you guys have, this is your surprise attack round. And then you will have a normal round. Where they get to act.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Tim says that he's just running at them.
Cast this on Kazan, Corinne, and Bryces.
Okay. Aid. I will give, or you guys can do it yourselves. Give yourselves 5 hit points. All right, Corinne, you are up.
Okay. I will. Okay, so Corinne is going to move up a bit and use her lightning breath in this direction. So it has a 5 feet width. So I'd say it probably could hit.
You can angle it to hit all 3 of them, yeah.
These 3 guys.
Yep. Alright, let's see if they can dodge the damage. So it's half on a save?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. He takes half. He does not. He takes the full 7. And he takes half. Alright, so the middle one took full damage as your lightning goes arcing between all 3 of them. Okay. Halfred's turn. So, you guys want him to do the thorn thing now?
If he does that, then none of us are going to want to melee, though. I just don't know if that's going to do enough damage. Do these guys look like they're carrying ranged weapons?
The thugs have heavy crossbows in their backs. And so does the veteran. They're all carrying heavy crossbows in their backs.
Yeah, so they don't need to move. Necessarily.
He can just shoot. We can just have him shoot.
Raymond would probably want to cast Fight Growth. I would suggest just fucking shooting motherfuckers in the face.
Easier for the DM anyway, so the DM's going to just have him
do that. Shoot the guy that, I guess the closest one that got injured.
Yeah, Bless the Slayer.
Yeah, that's true. And he gets multi-attack, doesn't he?
He does. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't roll the Colossus Slayer.
Just do the extra one, I think.
How much extra is it? Do we know? I'll just roll the Colossus Slayer attack.
1d8. 1d8.
All right. All right, he does 10 damage to that dude.
You might cast Hunter's Mark. Is that a bonus action?
Let's see, Hunter's Mark. Let's see. It is. Yeah. So, you think he would have cast it on the guy before he did that?
Yeah. Let's say.
All right.
Because he can leave that up for an hour. Literally, just keep moving it around.
Yeah. I don't. That's the good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then he's gonna make another attack.
Yep.
Longbow plus Colossus.
No, Colossus is only once per turn.
Oh, it is. Okay.
You can deal this extra damage only once per turn.
Okay. That one does hit.
11?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
These guys are not very well armed.
Excellent.
Armored. At least the 3 in the back aren't. They look like they're wearing just kind of maybe leathers. I need to roll his hunter's mark again, right? God damn. Is it once a turn too?
I don't know. We just cast the spell. Till the spell ends to the target whenever you have a weapon attack. Yeah.
Just whenever
I guess
you
it
hit
keeps
him.
going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He nails that guy with an arrow, and the guy staggers and bends over and does not look like he is doing well. Kazan.
I don't know how much spells we want to use on these first guys, but 5, 10, 15, 20. With my 10-foot range, I will run up, unsheath the Cyglaive, and charge the nearest guy.
All right. You slice him in twain. Yep. He is donezo.
Let's see, 10, 15, 20. Actually, have to move up slightly more. I keep charging, so I just run up there, charge that guy, knock him aside, run up.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Actually, just for dramatic effect, we'll do the blunt end whirl first, and then we'll Cyglaive attack him again.
Okay. This is this one here?
Did he get injured too?
He did.
By the lightning?
Yeah.
Okay.
He took the full brunt of the lightning.
Gotcha.
Okay. Blunt end smacks him in the side of the head.
And my multi-attack.
Slash him again. Goes tearing across his leathers. All right, Brysus.
Ooh. 1 down, 3 to go.
Fortunately, all these guys get to move before I get to move again, so please do some damage.
Me too.
But you're not right up there.
Okay, we'll go for this guy. We'll do this at...
Ideally, he's probably the one we should try and leave alive if possible. He looks like might know more things.
He's the more individual of the tokens.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't worried about cutting down the...
And just because I rolled so poorly, I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to make sure that I hit.
All right.
With that, then I'm casting this at 2nd level. Oh. Oops, I don't think that rolled with advantage, did it?
No, it didn't.
Alright, try again.
It's 13
Great
hit.
damage.
She's attacking the leader, right?
Yeah.
You re-roll it. This guy's wearing armor.
He rolled a 6. Heyo!
That'll do.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then I would also like to use my empowered spell to reroll 3 of those dice.
Okay. You...
Or
3?
2 of
Are
them.
you sure? I'm going to say like 2 or 6s.
No, I will reroll the 2.
Okay.
So, what is that? 1d8s? 8.
All right.
Slightly better.
You re-rolled the... Wait, which
So
one?
it's now 6 and 4, and then the 2 stayed. So it's still it's 12 points now.
So she just
Plus
did
12.
another 2 damage.
Oh, I see. Okay, I gotcha. All right, so that's... Was it 24 total?
Yeah.
Okay. 24, and that was... What kind of damage is that?
We'll say poison.
Poison. All right. Bryce's... The sheer thrill you get out of killing Zhentarim at this point
I really do. It's a wonderful feeling.
has overcome your sense of control.
Oh, I'm glad I got away from her.
I'm gonna need you to roll a D100, please.
Oh shit. Hey, 73.
73.
Ah!
What is it?
It's a bad one. Well, it could be good.
A random
Okay.
creature within 60 feet of you becomes poisoned for 1d4 hours. So you, there are within
So many options.
Everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
How do you roll a 1d7?
Assign everybody to a number and make the 1 or the 8 a reroll.
Or I just rolled a 1d7.
Oh, or yeah, you could do that. I forgot you could just roll whatever.
And it starts here, so 1,
That is unfortunately Corinne.
2.
Man,
Three.
fucking bitch.
No! Like, Corinne is number 1, so 1, 2.
That's not how. Hey, I'm the one running the randomness here.
Ah, damn it.
I
What
was
was your system?
counting from the bottom. 1, 2. So I did. I started with Halfred. And
So I wouldn't count though, right?
I don't. No, it doesn't include you, does it? So in that case,
I don't think I'm gonna poison myself. Oh shit, that means it's
that
Catherine.
means it's Gasson.
Alright, I demand you assign everybody a number and
all
then
right,
you
all right, all right, fine. We'll do this officially. Halfred is 1, Tim is 2, Corinne 3, Kazan 4, and then 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
All right. Alfred's not here to defend himself.
Excellent. The one person that can't complain. Is
Yeah, that's
here.
right.
Sorry.
And that actually fits quite well, Bryce. As you throw poison out at the veteran over there,
Little blob
a
falls off
globule, you lose control of it, and it flies to your right and goes right down Halfred's throat.
Ooh.
Oops. Sorry.
What is? I need to look up what poison the condition does.
It is a condition.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
That's terrible. You gotta roll the how long it lasts.
I will-
1d4 hours.
I will roll your 1d4 hours for the next 4 hours.
Jesus. Alright. So for this entire dungeon. He has disadvantage. That's terrible.
Sorry.
The first one that bit us in the ass out of all.
Yeah, that's your first negative wild magic.
Yeah. Hey, and I get my Tides of Chaos back, so that works for me.
Yes, you do. Okay. That was you, Bryces. We're back up to Tim.
Smash him, smash him.
I will inflict wounds on the armored guy.
Okay. Do you have any inspiration?
I do.
Would you like to use that inspiration?
I will.
Holy shit, look at that
Oh
damage!
my god!
DM is just kicking himself that it reminded you about that.
Holy shit!
Melted that man's
That's
face
so
off.
much damage that it should bounce to the next guy.
You know, it,
42 damage.
veterans are not really low CR creatures, so it will not bounce. It was in fact just enough to put this man down.
Wow. I don't know if you'll allow him to hold back on that spell. That was he probably melted into a puddle.
No, there's no holding back on
that's
that. Yeah,
puddle
exactly.
melted.
That's not. Not only is that like double massive, no, it's massive damage. It's also all of his life.
So Tim, how are we doing at keeping these guys alive?
Pretty good in my end.
Your leech or whatever you use to inflict wounds just literally turned this man into a puddle. He is.
I'm gonna be honest, I still don't understand what's happening.
Engulfed him like Nibbler, just like he's a small
Yeah.
creature, just his mouth opens super big. And
Yep.
just disappears.
Okay, Corinne.
All right, Corinne will. Let's see, what will she do? 1 second. Oh, there's so many spells in here. Okay, so which guy is who's low on health? Which one of these?
The guy on the left looks more wounded. The guy on the right, the only damage the guy on the right's taken is the like side blast of your lightning breath.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna use then chromatic orb on this guy.
Okay. Boy, that was some terrible damage. 3d8, 113.
Wow.
Um,
Damage range from 3 to 24.
I will use my inspiration to.
Well, no, that
The attack
use
hits.
the attack hits. Use your meta magic to reroll the damage.
Okay, so just 3d8 then.
I think your I think it allows you to roll up to 4. Yeah.
Or whatever your charisma is.
Empower spell thing.
Yeah, I
sorcery
forgot
point.
about that one. You can spend one to reroll.
Yeah.
Damage dice. Wait, so it's 1 sorcery point for each die I reroll?
No, I think
No,
it's
not
one.
one sorcery point.
Yeah, 1 for 4.
But this is just 3.
Just
What's
3.
your charisma?
You can reroll up to 4 dice. So since you're only going to reroll the 3, you're fine.
Right.
So spend 1 sorcery point. You can reroll
Right. Yeah.
any of those. Yeah.
It's 3. Yeah, so like all 3, right?
All
well,
3,
I guess.
yeah. Just, yeah, do that / roll 3d8.
Yeah. Fuck that 3. You can do better.
We believe in you.
Love it.
It's a little
Well,
better.
3's good there.
Slightly.
Maybe not.
Wow.
All right. You what kind of damage was that?
Fire.
Fire. Okay. Your fire blasts into the guy. That guy is looking real bad now, but he is still standing. Halfred's turn. You will make disadvantage attacks.
Assume on the injured guy.
Yeah, on the injured guy first. Still rolls a fucking 16.
Jeez.
And he puts that man down. By a considerable margin.
I call it a warning. Let's try to leave this last one alive, fellas.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, put the X on. I'm gonna say as his bonus action he'll move his hunter's mark to the last guy standing. So I forgot to do that before. And he will. That still does hit. And not Colossus Slayer. Hunter's Mark does 6 damage. Alright, and this guy is looking real bad. On his turn...
I'm going to yell out real quick if you'll let me and just say, throw down your weapon. We just need to have a chat. You can surrender now.
So all this happened in the course of like 20 seconds.
We just came in like a freaking hurricane.
All these things happened all at once.
Actually, you know what? I'll intimidate him. I'll use Awaken Mind and just throw that into his mind and be like, throw down now if you don't want to be cut down like your friends. We have information we need, and you can keep your life.
Roll a intimidation check. That wasn't him. That was him, not Alfred. He glances. He looks at you. He glances towards the cave. He looks back at you again, and he throws his weapon down and says, "Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Just let me go."
Smart man.
And he starts trying to back away, but he's like, "Just let me go, guys. Just let me leave."
Grab him.
Grab.
Bear hug.
Yes, walk up and kick his weapon away, disarm his crossbow. We're gonna start dragging the other bodies down here also.
Okay.
And while Tim's grappling the one guy.
All right.
So all these guys are dead. I can't use Spare the Dying on any of them.
You could use Spare the Dying on the last one that Halfred just killed, because he just barely killed him. Or he just barely he took him to 0 hit points. The other two got pretty well decimated.
You annihilated the fuck out of him.
Yeah, that veteran, you there's no human remains
You
left.
felt inspired.
Alright, this one is now unconscious. While the other two bodies are donezo. And this guy, you're holding him? Just keeping him close?
Yeah, let's see. He probably have like a knee on his chest or something.
Right.
Just staring at him.
Yeah.
Alfred's gonna keep the bow like notched on him.
He says,
While vomiting up of his poison.
Right. I don't feel good.
Sorry.
You're that poison, can we?
If you have something that specifically does that.
I've got a healer's kit.
That doesn't specifically do that. The guy is still trying to... Tim, you got a decent hold on him, but he's still trying to, like, just try to back off. So just let me go, guys. Just let me leave.
Alright, listen, son. We need some information about your organization and this hideout in order to make this go as painlessly as possible.
Wait a second.
Hey, look at that. All right, Tim, you walk over to the vomiting Halfred in the corner.
Shove a leech down his throat.
But yeah, you tell me what that looks like. Is it leech based?
Sure.
He's got an imbalance of humors, so we have to fix that. You gotta take out the bad blood.
All right, yeah, you're able to touch him and cure him of his poison. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the guy's saying, just don't raise your voices. You'll bring the other ones out here. I don't want to die, man.
He's worried about the other guys coming out here. All right, that's interesting. That won't be a problem. What can you tell us about this guy? What's your name, son?
His name is
Randy.
Austin.
Austin. Have you heard of the Saviors of Nightstone?
He looks at you all and says, "Oh God, no! You all are supposed to be dead already. Someone's gonna fucking murder us all."
No, that's our job. Yeah, the problem was they didn't kill us. Repeatedly attempts, and now we've tracked you here. And if you want to keep your life, you need to tell us exactly what's in that cave.
The cave is the outpost. You guys, if you're here for Zelen, if you're here for us, you've got to know what you've stumbled upon, right?
So, since I know what we've stumbled upon, I guess this is going to be a fun interrogation on account. I'm not real sure what questions to ask, even though I should already know this information. So I'll step forward and look him square in the face and just look at him and be like, "Do you know who I am?"
I know. I know of you.
Good enough.
I know the Weevil
Zellen's in there?
Zellen's in there.
Where's the Weevil?
He's not here. He was supposed
Slap
to
him
be.
across the face.
Roll an intimidation check.
With advantage, he slapped him.
Sure.
I'm very intimidating.
The slapping is it?
Duh.
All right. He says, "Stop that! I'll tell you whatever you want to know."
Where's the Weevil?
The Weevil left before Zellen even got here.
Where'd he go?
He left a note for Zellen. He had given him instructions on what to do with these emissaries. I don't know where he went. He said he had to leave. That's all.
Which direction did he ride off in?
I assume south.
Slap him again.
It's a south. It was south, okay? We rode south.
Who are these
How
emissaries?
long ago did he leave?
It was like 5-6 days ago. And then Zellen showed up.
Does Zellen still have the note?
I assume so. They were his instructions on how to handle the emissaries.
Who are the emissaries?
I don't know. Scary dude. Some guy who looks normal, but he isn't right. Something wrong with him.
Raymond just posted in the chat, why hasn't Alfred cast Spike Growth yet? He's watching it.
We're sorry, Raymond. You got poisoned, man. You got poisoned and then healed.
We elected to have, Bryce's is,
my bad. My bad.
Wild magic went off and poisoned you. You were still able to shoot a guy dead in the face with an arrow, though. And then Alfred cured, Tim cured your poison. And now we're interrogating the last one.
Alright.
I knew he'd want to do that spike roll. It was a dumb idea in that case. They all had crossbows, but that battle did not want to last very long.
So, when does Zellen want to use the emissaries?
He's supposed to... the emissaries were here to see the Weevil. I don't think Zellen was happy about him dumping them on him. There's some posh-looking guy, or I already said, somebody else, you already used the word posh.
Everybody's saying posh. Maybe he's just really fucking posh.
It's some guy who looks normal but doesn't feel right, and some really terrifying-looking orc with a hood and a bunch of skulls. They're meeting privately with Zellen sometime today. That's all I know.
They're meeting in the outpost?
In there, yeah.
In the normal areas?
Well, in the Weevil's study area.
Are there any guards in the cave? Watching the entrance?
He says, "Damn it. Could you guys not kill them? I'm friends with some of those guys."
Slap him again.
Just don't kill me, okay? Okay,
These are not your friends. This is a criminal organization. You need to get the hell out of here. If you're going to even survive this, you're not going to know these guys anymore.
He says, okay.
It's time to turn your life around.
You guys have done this before. Says there's the Orogs, of course. They're just sitting near the entrance, just in case.
Of course.
But then we've got 2 guards always posted at the entrance to the temple.
A temple in there?
It's like an old abandoned temple that they turned into an outpost. It's got everything we need: barracks area, central room.
How many people are in there?
He starts kind of counting in his head. He says, "There's the 2 Orogs." He says, "There's David." There's...
Don't name them. It's just going to be weird when we murder them all. I mean, try not to murder them.
Slap him again.
There's 10 more men inside.
Damn.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think we just took out you guys.
Yeah, there's 10 more men. Yes. Besides, there's the 2 guards at the very front. And then there's another 5 or 6. 6. There's another 6.
That includes Zelen and the emissaries, or are they extra?
They're extra. Just
Is there any way the Orogs would leave to come out here?
Not until nightfall.
What happens at nightfall?
They go out and hunt or something. I don't know.
Would they come out if you guys were in danger?
He glances at the entrance. He says, if we'd had a chance to act, they would have.
Would they have drawn the others, or would they have just come out by themselves?
Probably just by themselves. They're not smart creatures.
Excellent. Maybe we should try to pull them out here then. Just start taking out those guard orcs. That'd be the best bet.
He says, I'll make you a deal. I'll yell for the Orogs, and you just let me go.
I don't need you to yell. I can disguise myself as you completely.
He looks dejected.
Your usefulness is in providing me this intel, which I appreciate. You've been very forthcoming. So far, you're on a good track record. Are there any traps we need to worry about?
He kind of looks at the ground.
Slaps him again.
Roll another intimidation check with advantage. See how long you can keep this going.
While.
He says, right
Got
near...
slaps for days.
Yep, right near... There's only one. Right near the guard post, right at the entrance to the temple. There's some drop floors. That's it.
I produce a
Let's
crude
them
sketch
off.
of the cave and make him point them out to me.
He says, as soon as you see where the cave ends and the temple begins, they're right there. Right across the walkway.
How do you get across them?
You just kind of step between the two. They're only designed for people who don't know where to step. If you step right in the middle of the floor, you should be able to get over them pretty easily.
Okay. And there's guards outside the temple?
Yeah, there's guards in a room right next to the entrance.
Okay.
He stops and says, I'll give you one more if you swear to let me go this time.
Has a
We'll
nod
see what you have to say
slowly.
first.
Yeah.
I want your word. Let me go and I'll tell you.
Not his word you need to worry about.
Well, your word then. Somebody's word.
If you know of me, you know
Look.
you better start talking.
I'll tell her to stop slapping. Kazan is fully aware he can't tell Bryce's shit to stop doing anything, but he's gonna tell him that.
Bryce is literally going to raise just one eyebrow.
He says, the ropes. The ropes are attached to bells in each of the main areas. Anyone can pull on them at any time.
And what do the bells do? Just alert everybody?
Alert everybody.
Warning
Let
system.
everybody know.
Okay.
Yep, it's a warning system.
It's in every room?
Yeah, it's going out through the entirety of the temple.
Okay. Just in the temple?
Yeah.
How much cave is there before we get to the temple? Is it just the Orogs and then the guards outside the temple?
Yeah, there's the eastern part, but there's people have gotten killed going over there. No one goes over there.
Gotten killed?
There's some creature over there. No one goes in the eastern section.
Do you have any more information than that, son? There's some creature in there?
No.
You guys have a base of operations in here and you just ignore a part of the cave with some creature that kills you?
I don't know. They just told me not to go over there because you'll get killed.
Wow.
Whatever it is, it apparently leaves us alone. Can I go now?
Well, I can't let you run to town because you
No, I
can
got
tell any
Got
amount of people that we're here.
Now I got.
So, if anything, we have to leave him tied up here at least until we finish up with the cave.
No, we don't. So, look at my friend once again. And I
Okay.
just look at him, and you know who I am.
I know of you.
You know what I've done.
Sort
you
of.
You know that I'm still here, regardless of the fact your assassins have tried to kill me twice.
Uh-huh.
if I don't walk back into that city without being attacked, when I'm done with, what's his name?
Zelen?
Zelen.
Zelen, I will find you and I will kill you.
Roll one last intimidation check.
She has a certain set of skills.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch, this is going to be the one I completely fail. Watch this.
Slap him again for good measure.
He says, I believe you. All of a sudden, being part of the Zhentarim doesn't seem quite so glamorous anymore. I don't want any part of any of this.
You're smarter than you look, kid. Take your friend and run.
Okay. Tries to scoop up his unconscious friend that Tim has just spared.
Hey, so what happened here? Kazan looks at him meaningfully.
What do you want to have happened here?
Anything that has us not involved. You don't know what happened.
You woke up, you were attacked by something, and don't know what happened. Everyone was just dead.
Understood. I won't even talk to anyone about any of this. But if I get asked,
the best idea. Maybe you should leave Xantharl's keep as soon as you can.
I will. Picks his friends up like fireman style carry and tries to drag him away, and just sort of.
Bryce is just gonna wave as he goes by.
We can loot the two other guys too.
Okay, the other two guys. The veteran had 13 gold on him. And the other thug had 7 electrum pieces on him.
Somebody divide that up.
That was Halford's job.
No. Now it's your job.
He was the math man.
Yeah. Here's Jake from State Farm there. That's a deep dive.
That is.
I hope he shows up.
How much gold did the...
He had 13 gold. Yeah.
Alright, so you each get 3 gold and 1 electrum. And then there's 3 electrum and 1 gold left.
Close to even.
So now my plan is to disguise as that guy we just let go and yell for the Orogs and get them out here and we can beat them up.
All right.
It sounds like we could lure them out here pretty easy. Everybody game with that?
Yeah.
We hide the bodies in the bushes.
I mean, it probably doesn't matter. It doesn't sound like they're near other bad guys anyway, but at least this way we get to jump on them, supposedly. So I'm going to still be disguised. You guys need to do the ambushing whenever you see them come out, basically.
All right.
So I'm going to do my at-will disguise self and look like the guy that I just talked to.
Okay.
And basically yell out, "Hey, stupids, get out here! We've got a problem!"
Okay. You yell that, and not more than 5 seconds later, you hear just a roar from inside the cave. What's happening? And 2 very large orcs come running out. I think I have a handout for Orogs. Hold on just a second. As they run out, Kazan, you put eyes on them. Yeah, there we go. They look kind of like orcs, but far bulkier, bigger, and they're outfitted in full plate mail and giant axes.
I should have buffed myself before this fight.
And that's what they look like.
Son of a bitch.
Can I buff myself now?
It's probably too late. If you guys surprise them, you'll still get your surprise round.
Yeah. But I assume they would run up to about me, and then you guys can.
Yeah, they run at you, axes raised, and they sort of get to you and just start looking around when they get to you. And you all can act at this point. Let's do initiative again, and you guys can do your bonus round.
Excellent.
Oh, whoops! I did it with advantage. Might have to change mine.
Me too.
Tim, you got 10 with advantage?
Eh.
Change mine to 6.
That's what it says on the screen, you jerk.
Okay. Okay. Halford too. I forgot about Halford. Oh, he doesn't have a disadvantage anymore and everything. It was just 7. Okay. All right. The Aurochs would have gone first if you guys hadn't done a surprise round.
Jeez, we shit the bed on initiative, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Alright, we need to lay waste to these guys, because they're gonna get to go after this one round.
Corinne, you are up.
How appropriate that I get to go last. I have to sit there and like lure
Yep,
them in. And,
yeah,
like,
you're
all right,
the one who
guys,
just-
I hope
I
you
was
guys
like-
spring the trap.
Like, act, yeah.
All right. I will cast Witch Bolt. Ugh. Yikes. It might be bad. Okay. Well, I'll cast Witch Bolt at a 2nd level, so I'll target both of them.
Use your twin spell.
Oh, Twin Spell. That's what it is. Yeah. I'm mixing up my spells. Twin Spell.
Wow.
It's definitely gonna hit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you lay your lightning into both of them.
Are they wearing metal?
They are. They're outfitted in full plate mail.
Does lightning damage do extra damage?
No, I think one of your abilities, Shocking Grasp,
Oh, that's
has
what it is.
advantage if they're wearing metal.
That's right. Okay.
All right, Halfred. Does Halfred just shoot?
I would. I mean, these guys probably also have ranged weapons, I assume.
Not that you can see. They're holding big old great axes like over their heads right now.
I'm already next to them, so let's say he's not gonna spike growth.
Okay. Well,
Although I guess I don't have to move. I could just stand there and attack.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they just come up and melee me, they're not gonna take that much damage. I would rather him just shoot with his bow, frankly.
Okay.
I don't know what spells he has, but I assume can he still move his hunter's mark around? I mean, it's been less than an hour.
Yes.
I don't know how his spells work.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's. I don't know how long it lasts. Up to an hour. So yeah, sure. You can do that. All right, he will attack the one closest to him. Boy. All right, 9, 10, 11 damage.
I don't think he gets Colossus Slayer because. Oh yeah, he is damage. Never mind.
Yeah.
We did the witch.
Yeah, he just took lightning damage.
Yeah.
And then he will fire again. That does not hit, though.
Really? Shit.
They're full plate armor. It just bounces off a chunk of plate.
Oh
and,
no.
Tim.
This is a brilliant plan.
All my things involve fearing people, and unfortunately, I don't want them to run back into the cave. Do we still have Tim's aid on us? How long does that last?
8 hours.
Excellent.
8 hours. You guys didn't take any damage either, so.
No.
Your healing leech bounces off a plate.
Oh dear.
Brysis.
Okay. Well, we're gonna throw caution to the wind and throw out that damn Tides of Chaos again.
Okay.
Nobody's hitting.
No.
Hello, Chaos Bolt at a 3rd level.
Okay. With advantage?
Oh
Tides-
yeah.
From tides? Okay. Do you
Nope.
have advantage? Do you have a point of inspiration?
Rolled a 6 and a 2.
Actually, I do.
Would you like to try to reroll that? And the point of inspiration, you would let you roll it normally. You won't reroll it with advantage, but
Okay, yeah.
Three tries.
So should I hit the thing again from my sheet or just hit repeat?
repeat just does damage. So roll it from your sheet again.
Okay.
Ha!
There we go.
That's
Nice.
better. You're going for the bottom one.
Yeah.
What kind of damage you doing? You can have your choice of fire, force, poison, or thunder.
Not thunder. We don't want to make noise.
Poison it is.
Poison. All right. Your poison orb goes out and like infuses itself in the creases of his armor.
We see Halford just completely keep his mouth
That's right,
completely
yeah.
shut.
And the aura grunts and sort of like squirms a bit against it. Kazan.
How injured is that?
That one looks pretty injured now. He looks like a tough dude, but he's taking a good amount of damage.
It's pretty injured. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm gonna cast my barrier. Armor back at this at 3rd level, which gives me 15 temporary hit points and the 15 cold damage barrier.
Okay.
Go tank mode.
All right.
Since they're both still alive.
The Orogs let out a blood-curdling roar. Roar, kill them! And they bring their great axes up. And Orogs make 2 great axe attacks.
Oh lord.
The one nearest Tim is going to attempt to bring his great axe down on him. That ain't gonna do it.
Mm-mm.
I have a +6.
And again. That will.
Yeah.
Destroy, wooden man! And the other one is going to advance towards Kazan.
That triggers my opportunity attack.
It sure does.
I will whip out the side blade.
Alright, that does hit. And he will also attempt to bring his great axe down on you.
That definitely hits. That does 10 damage to my barrier, and he takes 15 cold damage.
Alright. The cold like spreads up his axe and into his arm, and he pulls back. Trixie! Kill you too! And he swings wide.
And does not hit.
Alright. Corinne.
Alright, so I've still got my Witch Bolt.
You do. Roll that damage again.
Uh,
6 to each of them?
yep.
Alright. Your lightning continues to arc into both of them. They are now both looking very badly wounded.
Those auto hit spells are good against those high AC guys, too.
Yeah.
We're missing left and right.
Halfred. Going to fire. God damn it.
Good old Halford.
God damn it.
He's a monster.
And that is enough to put down that Orog. He just lines his longbow up, puts it right to the Orog's eye, and he goes falling down. And he will attempt to hit the other one as well. He will also hit him for 7 damage.
Moving that hunter's mark.
Oh yeah, let me re-roll the damage on it. Huh, okay. Okay. Tim, your turn. Get into advantage position.
For leeches.
How do your healing leeches kill that Orog?
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
They sort of tickle his feet and he falls over laughing.
And his eyes roll up in his head and he just lays still.
Mm-hmm.
He died in the most pleasant way possible, considering the circumstances.
Excellent.
All right. The Orogs are put down.
Emptying half this cave out.
Yeah, you are. All right. The Orogs have on them, in addition to their great axes and their plate mail, they also
Which might be worth some stuff if we can keep them.
plate mails. Yeah, it is expensive. They also have, one of them has 8 gold and 13 silver, and the other one has 27 gold. And he has a note on him that at the top of it says terms of service. And the body of the note is basically a note mocking the fact that the Orogs can't read. And it says it says things like, this is for services done to the Zhentarim Mercenary Corporation by the idiot Orogs that have no idea what any of this says, and it goes on and on and on like that.
Yeah.
And that is...
Orogs.
So I don't know how... I'll post it in the thing. Oops. Alright, that's what they had on them, in addition to their equipment.
That's 7 gold apiece.
All right.
2 silver apiece and
silver.
some change.
Okay, you guys are at this point free to head into the cave, but we will do that next week. Before we go, let's do experience real quick. You guys killed 1 veteran, worth 700 XP.
Wow.
You
Okay.
killed 3 thugs, worth 100 XP.
Mm.
And 2 Orogs, worth 700 XP.
Boy, luring people out for an ambush makes killing those tough guys a lot
Yeah,
more
yeah, it
easier.
does.
2,400 points divided by 5. That's 480 XP.
Barely better than last week.
Alright. I show our experience to be 10,105. Is that what everyone else has?
Yep.
Okay. That gives us a total of 10,585.
Make sure you put that in Halfred's too.
All right. All right. Thank you to Eric, Heather, Reese, Rochelle, and Raymond. I am Chris. We are here doing D&D 5th Edition Storm King's Thunder every week. We will see you next time. Bye.